This is Terry Kane's with Distinctive Treasures by Terry, and this is Snowbells Part 3. We're doing this cute little guy. This is my finished one. And this is where we are. This is the top and the bottom. And the tippy top. Tippy top. Alrighty. So, let's see. Let's get the smile on. I'll use, I've been using this Posca pen for some line work, but I'll switch to a liner to do the smile. You can do either. I'm just trying to give you different ways to do things. Get out some black paint. If you like the kohl smile, feel free to make dots or lumpy circles. I'm going to do a smile. I'm using a 20-aught liner and black paint. I have my line kind of drawn on here. I can see it's a little lopsided, which is okay, you know. Snowmen aren't perfect either. So put a little bit of paint. I'm going to add just a little bit of water. And I don't do it all in one swoop. Now I go down from the side to the middle. I don't know, maybe it looks like too much paint on there. Make sure you don't have any drips on your liner brush. That always is a ruiner. And we're going to go down to the middle. And then down to the middle. And then since I always have like a mark there that's not quite straight, I always do this. I make them have like their little mouths open a little bit. Just like that. Maybe extend this a little bit. And then put the little cheek marks in. And that's a smile. Rinse out my brush. Then I'm going to just give it a zap with the heat it tool. It's cute. All right, now we're going to shade under the eyebrows, under the eyes, under the nose, under the mouth, and around the bottom. And look, I think I hit it with black paint right there. You know, anything that happens, you can always fix it. Now I have other colors of paint. Apparently I had some of the deep burgundy on my hand earlier. I'm just going to take a little bit of white. I'm just going to tap some Whispering Turquoise plus a little bit of white. I'm going to tap it in. Oh, you can't even see it. I already got rid of it. There was a red spot. Not anymore. Okay. He's looking good. All right. What should we shade with? Let's get out some turquoise. Oh, here comes the sun again. To put myself in a dark room somewhere. All right. we're going to go under, where's my pointer brush? Under each of the eyebrows, around the bottom of the eyes, under the nose, and under the mouth. With, let's see, the 3/8 angle brush. Wet my brush. I just dunked it in water. Then, see how wet it is? I tap on one side, then I tap on the other side, leaving some water in the brush for when you're shading. And then I put the corner of the brush into the paint. And back and forth to blend on my palette. Now you don't want this too bright, but you want to be able to see it. So we go under the eyebrows. And under the eyebrow here. Under and around the eye. Let's go up here and down. I'm going to do under, around and under the nose. There. Then under the smile. Just like that. Then I'm rinsing my brush and I'm doing the tap on one side, tap on the other side. I'm going back into the turquoise paint on the tip. And I'm going to go back and forth to blend on my wax paper. If you use palette paper, it's fine. Then I'm going to shade around the bottom of the bell lightly. It's just a little enhancement. I got my fingers in the stuff I just did. And I got blue on my hand, so I hope I don't get it all over my snowman. I think I already did. See that? I think that's from my hand. I'm just going to give it a wipe. Then just pick up my brush and go back over this. If you get it too strong, it's okay. You can go back and tap some white in it, or you don't have to do it at all if you don't want to. See, I got a little mark there. Try to make it look like it's all blended in a bit. So there we go, all the way around. Now this part is almost done. So, I'm washing out my brush. Now you need some cheeks. I use pan pastel, and I use a soft brush. They don't make these dome brushes anymore, but if you can find some sort of soft dome brush, it's good. I'm sure there's some out there. I just don't happen to know the names of any. Oh, the pan pastel is a pastel that's in this little jar. It's not a stick and it's not a pencil. What did I do with I lost my paper towel. I'll use a new one. All right, so I go into this. I just it looks like it's a lot. Then I swirl it on the paper towel. to get a bunch of it out. And I don't wash my brush. I just leave it in. If I have to use it for something else, I wash it. Otherwise, it's a cheek brush. So we're going to do one cheek right here. I start pushing very easy at first because I don't want to get a big glop on it. And then you can push harder as you have more confidence that things are going well. And he's got cheeks. So this top is complete. All right, on to the next thing. I'm going to put the pan pastel away. Oh, I know, I put dots on the cheeks too. We'll do that when we do the bottom here. On this part, I put dots, and we'll do that when we do this. So we have to mark where the snowflakes are. There's snowflakes all around. I kind of map them out. You can use either a piece of paper or a ruler, or let's see, here's a business card. I want to say about, maybe let's put this guy here and we'll measure. That's one snowflake to another snowflake is about from the edge to this mark. So I'm going to take my watercolor pencil, white. You can use a chalk pencil, something that you can easily remove. And I'm going to make a mark here. That's for the end of the card. Then I'll make a mark here. Then turn. And turn. You know, this is approximate spacing. Now when I get around to the end, if it doesn't look like I have enough room or if I have too much, I'll go back and kind of rearrange the last few. And see, okay. There's this one and there's this one. It's too far apart and yet it's too close to do another snowflake. So what I'm going to do is take a damp paper towel and wipe off the last two marks that I made. So for these, I'm going to spread them out a little bit. And that just makes it look better. Not quite as obvious that there's an uneven gap. Then here's our white Posca pen. I'm going to shake. And it has, if you can see the tip, this is a fine tip. So I'm going to make a downstroke on each one of the lines that I made. And if you miss the line, it's okay. It'll wipe right off. Okay, downstrokes. All right, then we have to go across. So I just try to aim for the middle. That was kind of wobbly. It's better if I hold it on the around on the table here. My painting desk. My desk bought it a long time ago. It's one of the first things we bought when I bought they bought the house almost 30 years ago. It's an antique school desk for short people. I'm short. Okay, so we have these crosses, and then we have to add another line all the way around. Okay, then on the opposite, I have to go the other way to get the proper angle. We go this way. So what are your favorites, gingerbread or snowmen? I know there's a lot of people who like both. And there. So that's it for the Posca pen. The pens come out handy, especially if you're doing multiples. I think it goes a little faster. So now we have dots. We need to do lots of dots. So I put dots around the top and dots on the snowflakes and then dots in between the snowflakes. So I'm going to get out fresh white paint. I tried to do it with a pen. I was not happy with the results. I do better with a stylus. Feel free to try. You can just wipe it off if you don't like what you've done. So I have my stylus. I have like a medium size end that I'm using. And once you dot, I do the bigger dots first, because when you dot like that, this one will be the biggest, and then they sequentially get smaller as you go along. So if you want all the same size dots, you should dip, then dot, dip, then dot. If you want some smaller size ones, go dot, dot, dip, dot, dot, dip. All right, we're going to do we'll do the cheeks first. So there's 3 dots on the cheek. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Cute. Then on the top, I'm going to wipe my stylus off because it does accumulate and get a little gloppy. I'm going to go 1, 2. It's however many I can fit around. Let's see. 3. I guess it'll be 4. 4. Now I'm going to put this into here to keep it from getting all over the place. And remember, I'm very good at this, putting your hands into the dots. They smear. Okay. I'm going to do the center first because I want it to be bigger. And then I'm going to dot, dot. And then I'm going to go into my paint. These are what I call the big ends of the cross. Dip and dot, dot. Then we'll go dot, 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 dot. Okay. Then I'm wiping off my stylus and we're going to do it again. So big dot, dip, dot, dot, dip, dot, dot, dip, dot, dot, dip, dot, dot. And then we're going to do the ends, dot, dot, and dot, dot. Okay? And we're going to do this all the way around. So I did all my snowflakes and I dried them. Now we're going to do dots in between the snowflakes. If you look at my original, I put about, I guess, 3 dots in between each one of the snowflakes. So same stylus, same white paint. We're going to go into the white paint and just make 3 randomly. I hope for random. I try not to do it the same way every single time. I'm really good at having my soldiers all right in a row. I have troubles being loose. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. And there you have it. Now I'm going to hit this with the dryer so I don't get my hand in them. Try to put a skim coat on the top there. And then what I would do is, after this cures for a couple days, let the paint and the dots dry really well, is to put a varnish on. There's lots of varnish choices. There's the regular satin, glossy, matte varnishes. What I was using on these bells is the Folk Art Extreme Glitter. That's a really fun varnish. I like it a lot. It has little holographic pieces in it, tiny ones, shimmery. I don't know if you can see it on here. Bring it up close. But that's the varnish that I used, the finish I used on my piece. So when it's cured, I would give it a couple days. You don't want moisture under your varnish or your top coat, because then it could make streaks and things that, you spent your time doing this. You might as well have it right. After you use the varnish on all your pieces, let it dry and cure good, and then put it all back together, and you have a cute snow bell. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a fun time painting snow bells. For the girls, this is a boy. He doesn't have a bow. The girls, I put bows on the top. He's awful adorable. And I have to tell you, craft sales, people had a great time dinging around on my bells. Ding, ding. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Show me your bells. I'm on Facebook. Drop me a line. I have a profile. It's Terry Canes, and then my business page is Distinctive Treasures by Terry. Show me some things. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye.